Okay, guys, so we'll be starting this session. I hope from the previous session, everyone gained some knowledge from the marketing cloud, I believe. I was also keen to learn that part. So today in this session, we'll be covering, okay, so on this meetup, actually, I'll go through with this slide. Basically, this is a Salesforce Spring 26. Now, before starting that purpose, I just want to know how many of you are new in Salesforce? Currently sitting here, how many of you are new in Salesforce? How many? There's one person, two, three, four, five. So how much experience you guys have? You are freshers or you have been experienced? You are freshers as of now. So how do you like the Salesforce? Are you enjoying this or what exactly? So how many of you are here as a admin currently? Salesforce administrator. How many? Only one? So I believe everyone sitting over here is a Salesforce person, since we are running this bootcamp on the Salesforce perspective. And how many of you are a developer? Okay, mostly are the developers only. Is there any QA as well? QA, BA? Okay, we have QAs as well. Okay, so basically, guys, the session will be covering today Salesforce Spring 26. So this is a release actually that Salesforce provides every 3 times in a year. I hope you guys are aware of that winter release, spring release, and summer release. So currently, we will be talking about the latest one, which is Spring 26. So in this session, we'll be talking about Salesforce Spring 26 features that every developer admin should know. It's not about a development part, it's not about the admin part, it's everyone should be who is working in Salesforce should know about these features. These are the very basic features which I picked up from the Salesforce release, and it might help everyone who is sitting over here. Okay, we'll keep this a little interactive session so that everybody sitting in this floor today might get something from this session. We'll keep asking some questions. If you not ask, I'll ask definitely. So yeah. Okay, let's talk about myself initially. So my name is Manik Mittal and I'm working as a senior Salesforce developer in cloud analogy. I am a 6S Salesforce certified developer, and this is my LinkedIn. Based on this name, you can find me on LinkedIn as well. Now, what's the agenda for today? As I already told you about, this will be Salesforce Spring 26 features. Now, there are many other features that Salesforce provide us, but we cannot cover actually every feature we have. That we cherry pick some of the features which we feel that this is a good one. Okay, that every admin or a developer should know about this. Not about the admin or developer, every QA who are sitting over here, every BA who are working in Salesforce, they should know that this is also a feature in Salesforce which will be coming in this release. Now we have this little agenda for ourselves. We have a little of error console. Everybody who's sitting over here might face any error, any kind of error in Salesforce as of now. We'll be talking about those errors. We'll be talking about Agentforce today, what Agentforce is actually doing. So how many of you are actually working with Agentforce? Are we learning Agentforce? How many are we? How many? Only few. Guys, I can tell you that Agentforce is something that which Salesforce release. Agentforce is something that every person should know. Okay, we'll be talking about connected app actually. We'll be talking about files, health checkup, and triggers almost. Okay, so we'll be starting off with the very first one, error console. Now, what exactly, when we say error, what exactly we mean by a error in Salesforce? What exactly you guys think? What could be an error is? Okay, I want answers now. Yes, exactly. What kind of errors? We face errors actually. So any one of you face any other error, if you can name any Salesforce error which you have seen. Governor limits is one error. Validation errors. Come on guys, more errors. I'm not able to hear from the back. Actually, I want to hear from the back as well. Some errors, please, guys. Field integrity errors. Okay, sir. Mixed DML error. Okay. More errors. There are many more errors. Every day we got errors. 101 is an error. Primary key evolution. Okay, I do not know about this error. Okay. Uncommitted file is an error. Okay. So what basically we are talking about here is error console. So what this basically error console is, what exactly Salesforce is bringing in this picture, we'll be talking about the error console. So how many of you got this error? Who know about this error? So this is an error window actually. What this actually is, you cannot do much on this error. You just have to click OK, or you can go for the technical stuff. You have might some knowledge on that. If you are an admin, you have to pass on this detail to your developer. They will work on it. If you are a developer, you again you have to click on this technical stuff and you will get some knowledge. But how many of you get this error in Salesforce? How many of you got this error? Once in a while we got this error. There are very few numbers I am seeing. Are we not developing anything? Any times. So basically in Salesforce, how do we say this? This is a non-fatal error. Now when we say non-fatal errors, I'll tell you that what is a fatal error and what is a non-fatal errors. When we say this is a non-fatal error, actually a non-fatal error is an error which do not break any functionality at the backend. Your every functionality, your every code will work as it is, but you have to just click on OK on this one and it will go away. This is how it will. And when we talk about fatal errors are those that we have talked about just now. That 101 error or any error which came up while working, that any functionality breaks, any of the Apex classes break, then we got this error. Now we go so far in this one. There's a little details about this error consoles keep from the Salesforce guide only. So basically how to enable this, why and how these things are coming. Basically this error console is used to capture your errors. Your non-fatal errors will now be captured in this error console. There is a specific way to enable this. You have to go to your setup and then you will find this error console, use error console. In the user interface, you'll find the settings. This is a OR setting. And once you enable this, there is a tricky part that where this error will come up. So how many did anyone read the Spring 26 release as of now? Anyone? Any release node you have gone through? It's been there for a month, I believe. So anyone read these Salesforce release as of now? Anyone? Okay, so when you go there and you find out this one, so basically when you go to the org and when you enable this setting, basically you'll go in Salesforce and see where this error console will come up. You might not able to get the error console you will looking for. Initially when I enable this functionality, I was searching in the inspector or the Chrome inspector, that where the errors are really capturing, where I'm getting the errors. So this error console is nothing but, you see at the right of your PPT, there is an error console which is coming up, giving you some of the non-fatal errors, I say. This error console basically will come up into your Salesforce skin. I'll show you that as well. So if I go to Salesforce, so this is a developer edition org which I created. So there is a specific setting when you go in the setup, there is a user interface. In that user interface, you have to check on this setting, which is error console. And you can see here at the bottom, this is your error console. Okay, so as of now, you might not seeing any error since this is a new org I created. So, but when you interrupt any of these kind of error, which I showed you in the picture, if you are getting these kind of error, this error console will bring this up now. Now, whenever a business is working, any of the user is working, your screen will not fade up, your screen will not show any error, non any fatal error. We are talking about non-fatal errors. When we say non-fatal, those are those which do not break your functionality. Your functionality will work as it is, but a pop-up screen will come up. Now those errors will be captured in this error console. This is a new feature which Salesforce introduced. Okay, before going forward, any questions related to this? We'll go PPT by PPT then. Am I that good? Explaining things? Non-fatal errors are those errors which I showed you. No? These errors. This one. If I ever faced this is a kind of non-fatal errors. Non-fatal errors are actually those which do not break your functionality. Your functionality goes as it is. Not a warning actually. In this, when you go to this error, you see some technical stuffs are there. When your aura inspector is not working, your callback is not working, that kind of errors which you got in Salesforce. So that kind of error that will be captured in this error console. Yes, please. Hmm. They will notify in this, in the error console. It will capture the error like this. You need to tell your admin that there is some error is coming, so they can go to this error console and see. Since this is a org setting, let's suppose there will be this error console, but your business will not go there if they do not have setup access. They will not go there and open this error console as of now. This will be only for a specific person. Let's suppose admin or any person you will be giving a specific profile. So based on that, when you go to Salesforce, you click on that error console, which will be coming from the setup bar. There you can see whenever an error generated, it will come over here. This is how it will work. Then your admin should know, your developer should know. Yes. Yeah, every error which brings up in this, whenever a user session is going on, it will capture your error. Okay. Yeah, please. No, your non fatal errors will not come on your screen. जो बीच में पहले आते थे कि sorry to interrupt, there is a glitch, because I have also received those errors somewhere around. In Aura we mostly got those errors, not in LWC. So there we got those errors. So from there now you can capture it over here. Okay. Any more questions? Okay. Now there is one more thing which is related to agent force. Since many of you are not very engaging with the Salesforce agent force, so I'll tell you what agent force is exactly doing in Salesforce. It is a kind of robotic functions that Salesforce is enabling into a picture. That agent force will do everything. As of now, if you enable agent force, have you ever gone through with the prompt builder or anything that agent force is doing? Anyone? Yeah, there is a person at the back. I'm not using agent force. Just for the use cases, small use cases. I'm not saying for the business perspective only, or for your learning. Agent Force Vibes is a different thing. It's a kind of a developer console that you are getting in Salesforce. Agent Force Vibes is a different thing. Agent Force is a different thing. What Agent Force is doing, it's doing a kind of automation for a user, which can reduce minimum hours. Okay, so basically, what setup with Agent Force is basically is, I'll tell you. So now there is a, so when we go to, you tell me, how do you create objects in Salesforce? Navigating to object manager, it's a kind of a hectic, I believe. If you have to create, or you are creating with a new org, instead of data loading or anything like that, you have to create all the objects, all the relation lookups, all those things. Now what Salesforce is handling through this Salesforce with the agent force, basically this is a beta version. It is not GA as of now, it will be in beta, but in your Spring 26 org you can still see this feature. Now if I come to this, so there is a streamline administrative task with setup with agent force. So there is a whole lot of a theory which I put down in the slide. You can go ahead once. Okay, you can read this once and then we'll continue on that part. So what this agent force with setup will be doing, it will be reducing your work hours. Let's suppose you want to create an object. There are a whole lot of things. I believe everyone read this. They have an idea what I'm trying to say. Okay, if I go to the next slide. So basically these are some new settings with this setup with agent force can do now. In the right of your side, you can see there is a screen where user is prompting to create a custom object with the name of audit. And what Salesforce with agent forces did, they created an object with some of the field value which provided in the prompt. And these are the managing permissions which I can tell you. So basically what you can do now, you can manage users through this prompt. So to do this, basically what prerequisite Salesforce is asking for, you have to have a data cloud org. You can create a developer org. Initially I did the same thing. In that data cloud org, you have to enable that data cloud. It will take some time. After that, you have to enable that generative AI, and after that you have to enable the agent force. Okay, once your agent force is enabled, there is a specific setting will came up, set up with agent force, which will be in beta. Okay, when you go there, you just have to enable this, and below that there are some permissions you need to check on. I'll show you that as well, but just for a while you can go through with the permissions that a agent force now can do actually in Salesforce. So these are the some permissions. These are the some permissions you see. All these things can be accessed through agent force now with the coming features. That's why I'm telling you, you have to go through with the agent force, what agent force is doing in Salesforce. That's why, because most of your time which we were doing creating objects, assigning permission sets, now he can do this. If you data cloud, yeah, the org should be in data cloud. In a coming future we'll say, let's suppose your client have that. As of now, yeah, for the existing org we do not have that, but let's suppose this is in beta version. Let's suppose it will enhance this one and give to your org as well. We shall not wait for that. Currently limited for the data cloud org. It should have data cloud and agent force. Okay, so these are the permission which agent force can handle now. Okay, so I believe agent force is helping in many ways for Salesforce as of now. So we can have a look after the Salesforce agent force basically. Okay, so we were going for a small demo for the setup part. So now I have this org. When I go to this home screen, see, I have already enabled it. It was pretty hectic to do that, but anyhow I manage this. So once you let me show you the setup as well. So once you enable your org, it will be preloaded with the features. When you create a new developer org, it will be preloaded, it will have everything. What you need to do is just go with setup with, and you will have this setting with the name of setup with agent force. You see it's currently in beta version, so we can use it, we still can use it in developer org. So once you go there, it will ask you to enable this. By default it will not be enabled in your new orgs. When you enable this, there are some set of permission sets you see over here. There are some managed permission sets, so you have to go there, permission set. There are some specific agent for permission set, default admin access. You have to assign it to your user, and then you are good to go. There, I'll tell you, if anyone from here just go from here and set up this part in your new yours, I'll tell you there will be a system permission that you have to enable. Okay, whoever person will be going to utilize this time and create a org for them, just enable this. So when you enable this and give all the permissions you have, when you go to the home part, you see there is a prompt bar is coming. Okay, it's a predefined prompts. We have a org health over here as well. It's a new org, but I'll say that if you have some clients org or business org, they have enabled data cloud or something like that, you can check for your developer instance as well. Since this is a developer edition, so you can enable this in your developer as well. Okay, so this is how it will come up. It will tell you about your org health as well. It will tell you about your data file and storage, and about the license, how many license we have utilized. So this is a very great feature, I believe, which we required as of now. So every time we have to go for the company information, see for the health checkups and everything, but now it's all up front of you at the home section only. Now there are some prompts coming up. By default it is coming. I'll tell you honestly, I haven't tested this one yet. Okay, so we are doing a live demo. If your developer org has Spring 26 release, I believe it will have. It has data cloud in it. You just have to enable it and go for the settings. Agent force. If agent force is there, enable the agent force, because I checked for my previous org as well. But there was one scenario in that org. I've created few agents for myself. I've created one agent with the name of setup with agent. It will ask you to disable that or delete that, because it will, in the backend it will create by him only. So that's why I created a new org to rectify all the things. Okay, so basically what I did, I just write a prompt. The predefined prompt was there. Show users with permissions. And you see there is the result which he is giving. Okay, kind of a response he is giving. Okay, like this, you can use this setup with agent force. You can create objects, you can create fields under that object, anything you want to do. Some certain permissions you have to give. And I believe this is again a very good feature that Salesforce introduced. It will reduce some hours for ourselves only, because now we can assign permissions. Coming future, if we have that orgs, exactly. And we can create custom report type as well. There are very good features that we were doing initially from the past, going here and there in the setup, because I believe when I read this document, I saw that there are 100 1000 and 1200 something pages were there of setup pages. This much of pages are there in Salesforce that we go here and there, but now within a few prompts only you can create or do all those things. Okay, any questions for this one? Anyone? Hmm. You have to enable. No, you have to enable it. You have to have, it's a prerequisite actually, that you have to have the data cloud in your org. Yes. Yes, you have to enable that perspective, then only it will show. It will not come up by default. Yes, please, please, please. Mm-hmm. 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 That's up to you actually. I believe you have to, just how we talk to the AI, you go there, you give some of the prompts. Initially you have to train that the AI na. We have to always train our AI. Instead of getting best results, we have to train it. But I believe you can try it by yourself as well. If you want to give a global pick list value, just go there and give a prompt that this is my global set, because the agent force can actually access your global value set as well. So on that perspective, I believe it will do, but you can give it a try as well. So this is how we're gonna do it. Some of the prerequisites, how the agent force you can set up. You can all can quickly have a look on this slide as well. You'll get an idea that how you can enable agent force and all those things. So when you go to the Spring 26 as well, yes. Agent Force 5 is a different thing. Agent Force 5, when I utilize that Agent Force 5, it's kind of a VS Code which I see. You can have your org metadata in that. But here you have to give a prompt now. There you have to give the manage access, manage package or kind of a thing. You have to go there and create object. I haven't utilized that. I'll tell you honestly. Agent Force vibes. Agent 4 vibes. There also if we can do this is a new feature I think Salesforce introduced. I haven't used Agent Force vibes as of now. Sorry. There I think we have to retrieve the metadata and everything, na? Just like VS Code we do. I tried one time, I believe. So there is a only prompts are there, na? You just need to write a prompt. It will do it by yourself. Anything which you have to do, lookup, self lookup, everything. Okay, everybody done? Shall we proceed? Okay, now connected app. Now connected app. I think most of you know that connected app is restricted in Spring 26. So before going to that, what is a connected app? Okay. Anyone else? Anyone else? People from here? Data into Salesforce. Mhm. Mhm. I would say not bi-directional, one directional it is. Because sending data out to Salesforce, we use name credentials, and getting the data into Salesforce, we use this connected app, which tell us everything. So basically, this connected app is restricted now. Salesforce not allowing us to create new connected apps. Some of the security reasons, I believe. Now, if this is disabled, how you can create a connected app, or what will be the new feature that Salesforce is introducing? So you can go through with this slide as well. I'll tell you that existing connected apps will not be affected. If you're having connected app in your org, it will work as it is. But if you want to create any new connected app or something like that, you have to create a new external client app. Okay. So what should we plan now? This is the new feature that Salesforce gave us. It was previously there, but now the thing is connected app will not be there. You just have to go there and you have to create a new external client app. This client app will all have the features similar to connected app. You can have everything. You can paste the URLs and everything which we were doing previously in the connected app. We can do over here. It will have SAML, it will have everything, mobile publisher and everything. You can go there and explore this app, I can say, and you will get some of the knowledge. You will get some new features. You'll got to know that what are the new features coming in this external client app, how it is different from connected app. Okay. No, it will work as it is. Existing connected app will not be affected anytime. Okay, you can use it as it is there, but I believe nearby in future that how Salesforce manages those workflow to convert it in flow, it will ask you to convert those connected apps to external client apps. Now there is one more interesting feature which came up. So I will ask some of the API names, or let's say some of the other things which are related to files. Let's suppose I want to access files in my Salesforce Apex. What metadata we use? Content version and content document. Okay, these are the two ones which we actually use. So there was no previously enablement to trigger those. Let's suppose I inserted a file, I deleted a file, no one should know, and there was no DML operation that we used to trigger that based on this should be happening. We were not having that feature previously, but now in the Salesforce, this is a beta version again. We have this record trigger flows on content document and content versions as well. Now whenever your file got inserted, deleted, delete updates, gets update as well. If a version got updated, you can launch a exec flow, you can launch a record trigger flow on content documents as well as content versions. accordingly as per your need. This is the, I believe this is one of the most interesting feature that Salesforce provide us. So whichever feature I'm telling over here, you guys, so I can tell you that by the end of the day, when you go home, you can enable your org. Just quickly go with the session PPTs that I have provided. You can quickly go and see that what are the new features that Salesforce is coming. Because in coming future, let's suppose if your business is asking something, you can came up with the idea that Salesforce already provide this, we can do this. So it really helpful when you have those session planning and when you have this ticket plannings. Okay, everybody good with the slide? Is there any questions? Okay, now there is one more thing related to files now. Previously, what it was, when you insert a file or you update a file, so there are only admins or only admins or the person who is managing that file can delete that. Nobody else can delete that. Okay, there was a specific permission given, not a permission I'll say, but the owner of the file and the admin can delete that file. Now what Salesforce bring into the picture is there are more control without admin. Now there is a specific permission which they have provided in the profile level, delete files. When you enable that, you can have, you can delete the files actually. You have the permission to delete a file. Any questions related to this slide? So when I say related to the slide also, you can keep your questions open. Let's suppose if you are having any questions related to this slide or any other question that you have in mind that you can openly discuss. I can say there are a bunch of developers here, there are a bunch of bright minds here. They can share you some of the problem scenarios and you can have some solutions. Okay. Now there is a small feature I'll say, but this is more importantly is very important for us as well. There are some health checkups if you know in Salesforce as of now. How many of you go into this setup setting? Anyone gone to your health checkup? If you are working in a big org, let's suppose the business is very good and their org is very complicated, though, so they are creating the objects or creating fields is always a mess. So how do we keep those health checkups in Salesforce? So basically, Salesforce is also a system. It also needs a health check as well. So how do we do this? So basically, this feature is already there. This is not newly coming. What newly coming is there are some notification nows. So whenever your health org health goes low, you can notify your admins. You can notify any individual internal users as well. Okay. So this is a small feature that Salesforce provide in this release as well. So I'll tell you that how this actually works. In the setup with Agentforce, I'll show you the org health. There was by default was coming. Now let's suppose nobody asked me how this org health is coming and how I want to see this by default. That where the setting will come up. Nobody asked, but I'll show you anyways. So in the security, you see there is a health checkup option we have in setup. When you go to this health checkup, what it will show you. Okay. Now since my org is new, I told you. So currently it is 73% and seems to be a good org. Now there are everything which you require over here. Every risk analysis you want to see, if you want to check how your org is performing, if your org is not working on the time and the responses are not coming on time, what actually you can check this health checkup. This will tell you every detail that you have in your Salesforce org. Okay, everything. If you go through setting by setting, if you read through those settings, you will get an idea that these settings why they are useful. You can have the edit button as well. And about the feature that Salesforce bring in the picture is this email notification. So this is the tab which is newly added. So once I go there and email notifications are there, what it is useful is it will basically notify your admins if your org health is not up to the mark or if there is anything that needs to be taken care of. So this is the one feature that Salesforce also introduced. Now I think we are almost coming to an end. So this was a small PPT which I cherry picked some of the features that Salesforce provide in Spring 26. Now I'll ask you guys for some questions. If not, then I'll ask. Mhm. I believe yes, Salesforce should ensure that what restriction that he has or the org has given us, it should enforce in on them as well. So I think, or also there was a feature that in flows as well, when you try to create a flow, let's suppose you tell them that create a record trigger flow for me, what it will do, you'll tell the object, I think it will not capture all the nodes, it will not create you a nodes, it will create a simple flow for you, which will be a record trigger flow. You can give the entry conditions, the complexity I believe it will not handle as of now, but it can create a simple flow for you, that this is a record trigger flow based on these conditions, that's it. Template basically, the existing template, I believe when we go to the flow as well, we have some existing templates that how you want to create a flow. So there I think this agent force can create that as well. Okay, yes please. Yes, profiles. In the profile you have a setting delete files. I think it can go within the permission sets as well, but you have to check because initially I saw it in our profile level, I haven't created that permission. Yes, question guys, shall I ask then? How do we enable the error console? Will it be org wide or will it be user specific? Okay, what kind of errors are we capturing in error console? What are those? Okay, so okay, just to brief this, who can tell me the features that I have just explained? Who can tell me just headings of those features? Who can tell me? Just raise up your hands. Who can tell me the features that I have just tell you? Not all of them, but few of them only. I've only picked few. Raise your hand, please. I just want to see how many hands are there. I just want to see how many hands are there, guys. Anybody? Hands, guys. Nobody knows. Two, three features, anything. Am I that boring? अच्छा नहीं था सेशन सुना नहीं खाना खा के नींद आ रही है क्या so who can tell me the features tell me hands so okay how many of you will try to do this at your home now how many of you now I can see so many hands but you can tell me what are the features you're going to implement what will be the feature sir what will be the first feature you will implement okay yeah okay so basically what I can say is whenever you join a session just more be more attentive whenever we deliver something it's not for me it's not for the persons who are sitting just and it definitely for you guys only I am not getting anything from this so okay we can wrap up this today's session I believe everybody got something from today from me from Yadu sir also so we can implement some of the few things that will be for ourselves only and I'll tell you that we can start on the agent force as well okay thank you so much guys for your time I hope you guys have some of the knowledge from this. Thank you so much. Okay, guys, we'll be having lunch now. Okay, once it will be done, we'll inform you. You can have lunch, please. Thank you.